43 students boarded buses one night in Mexico. They were never seen again. What happened to them is a story the government tried to bury.
Y muchos otros elementos aportados durante la investigación permitieron realizar un análisis lógico-causal y llegar, sin lugar a dudas, a concluir que los estudiantes normalistas fueron privados de la libertad, privados de la vida, incinerados y arrojados al río San Juan en ese orden. Esta es la verdad histórica de los hechos.
Welcome to Tales from Mexico's Underground, where every crime has a story, and every story drags you deeper into the darkness. On the night of September 26, 2014, 43 students from the Ayotzinapa Rural Teachers College vanished in Iguala, Guerrero.
Están vivos. ¿Y están vivos por qué? Porque sus compañeros nos dijeron que los policías municipales, los alzados, los subieron a sus patrullas y se los llevaron.
They boarded buses to travel to Mexico City for a protest commemorating the 1968 Tlatelolco, a pivotal moment in Mexico's history of state violence.
Pero de lo que estoy más orgulloso de esos 6 años es del año de 1968, porque me permitió servir y salvar al país.
But they never arrived. What happened that night remains one of the darkest and most controversial episodes in modern Mexican history. The Ayotzinapa Rural Teachers College is part of a network of rural normal schools founded in the early 20th century. These schools were designed to educate young men from poor communities and prepare them to teach in rural, underserved areas. Over the decades, the schools became known for their activism, often clashing with authorities because their students championed social justice. The 43 young men who disappeared were sons of farmers, laborers, and indigenous families. Some dreamed of becoming teachers to bring education back to their villages. Others saw Ayotzinapa as their path out of poverty.
Y es lo que decía, me dijo, no, pues jefe, voy a estudiar porque, para que yo le ayude. Dice, ya no quiero que ande en el campo también.
They were young, idealistic, and determined to change their country. On that September night, the students commandeered buses, a common practice among rural student movements in Mexico, to attend a march in Mexico City. As they passed through Iguala, they were intercepted by local police. Gunfire erupted in the streets.
Te estoy grabando, cabrón, apunta, te estoy grabando. Que te vean. ¿Cómo la apuntan a estudiantes? Para eso sí son buenos, para apuntarles.
Students fled into dark hills. Others were beaten and loaded into police vehicles. 6 people were killed that night, including 3 students and 3 bystanders.
¡No tenemos armas! ¡No tenemos armas! ¡No tenemos armas! ¡Ayúdenlo, ayúdenlo! ¡Compañero!
Dozens more were wounded, and 43 students disappeared. Weeks later, the Mexican government, under President Enrique Peña Nieto, presented what it called the historical truth.
Esta es la verdad histórica de los hechos.
According to this version, local police handed the students over to the criminal group Guerreros Unidos, who allegedly burned their bodies in a garbage dump in Cocula and scattered the ashes in a river. The government declared the case closed.
Este momento en la historia de México de pena, de tragedia y de dolor no puede dejarnos atrapados. No podemos quedarnos ahí.
But doubts arose immediately. Independent forensic experts, including the Argentine Forensic Anthropology team, demonstrated that the official story was scientifically implausible.
Y también, digamos, somos concluyentes de que hasta el momento, con toda la evidencia reunida y analizada hasta el momento, no hay ninguna evidencia que pueda establecer algún tipo de correspondencia con los 43 normalistas.
The resources described could not have produced the heat necessary to incinerate 43 bodies in an open-air dump.
No hay evidencia alguna que demuestre que la noche del 26 al 27 se hayan quemado 43 personas en el basurero de Cocula.
Survivors and families accused the government of fabricating the story to shield higher-level officials. The case became an international scandal. The Inter-American Commission on Human Rights sent the interdisciplinary group of independent experts, the GIEI, to investigate. Their reports dismantled the government's version. They uncovered confessions extracted under destroyed records, and manipulated evidence.
Vamos a empezar. Distribuimos todo lo que sepa de los estudiantes. La llevamos a todos. La primera mentira que me dice, se acabó todo y empezamos.
Partial remains of 2 students. Alexander Mora Venancio and Josivani Guerrero de la Cruz were identified through DNA testing. But these findings did not confirm the government's broader claim that all 43 had been at Cocula.
Esta es la verdad histórica de los hechos.
For the families, the disappearance became a relentless fight for the truth. Week after week, they marched through the streets carrying pictures of their sons, chanting, "Vivos se los llevaron, vivos los queremos." They were taken alive, we want them back alive. The faces of the 43 appeared on murals, in protests across Mexico, and on banners around the world. Their struggle became a symbol of resistance against corruption and impunity. The case also revealed the depth of collusion between the organized crime and state authorities in Guerrero. Iguala's mayor, José Luis Abarca, and his wife, María de los Ángeles Pineda, were accused of orchestrating the attack with the local police and Guerreros Unidos to prevent the students from disrupting a political event. Both were arrested in 2014, but their trials have been plagued by irregularities. In 2018, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador reopened the case. A new Truth and Justice Commission was formed, and the GIEI returned. In 2022, the commission concluded that the disappearance of the 43 was a state crime, involving not only local police, but federal forces and the military. By 2023, over 100 people had been arrested, including officials and cartel members. But the GIEI withdrew, citing obstruction from the Mexican military, which the families believe holds the key to what really happened. Nearly a decade later, the fate of the 43 remains unresolved. Their absence is a wound that refuses to close.
Están vivos. ¿Y están vivos por qué? Porque sus compañeros nos dijeron que los policías municipales, los alzados, los subieron a sus patrullas y se los llevaron.
The case is more than just a story of missing students. It is a mirror of Mexico's violence, corruption, and impunity. The Ayotzinapa School continues to train new generations of rural teachers, still at the heart of Mexico's social struggles. The parents of the 43 still march, still carry photos, and still demand answers. The 43 remain missing, and Mexico faces a haunting question. How can 43 young men vanish into the night, and after all these years, still be gone?
Para los puestos de la que están viendo. Todos, señores, nos faltan 43. Todos somos todos. Cuidado con los puestos hasta el costado. Tengan cuidado con los puestos. Este gobierno corrupto, señores, nos quiere desaparecer. Este gobierno corrupto, señores, nos quiere desaparecer. Estamos avanzando, comunidad.
If you like this video and want to uncover more stories from Mexico's dark underground, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to activate the bell so you never miss what's coming next. See you in the shadows.